Okay, yeah, I don't know how it just ended my live stream. Just okay, because I wasn't finished at all. I wasn't not finished making these shoes. So this is part two of an hour long stream. Maybe that's what it. Maybe that's what it thinks it knows. I was gonna do was gonna cut this live stream out, but I didn't tell you to do anything. YouTube, you just ended. You can't do that. Just end the live stream, bro. I do get new. It's weird. Just two new live streams, but yeah. So if this is not the view that I had before, I don't know why. This is like okay. I was sitting. No. What the heck? I'm tripping, man. This is not the view that I had last time. I just can't figure out why I did that. I'm tripping right now. Okay, maybe that one works. Sorry. Hold on, let me charge this. So I realized I just sewed the shoe inside out. Well, I sewed the. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You tried so hard and gone so far. In the end, it doesn't even matter. You see, I sewed the seam. I sewed it incorrectly. It happens. I am not perfect. I'm a person, and sometimes I do stuff like that. I need this seam ripper. And wait, what? Is it really? Oh, how is that on? That's so weird. How is that? So I thought I had it right. When I looked at it too, I was like, I probably should have thrown it through and then it would have came out right, but I did sew it incorrectly. So just give me 2 seconds. And I'm gonna try this one more time. Cause I do have two of these. And like I said, whoever the customer will be, they're gonna be like, yo, you have no idea what you're doing. And at that point, that could be a very true statement. But I won't let them know that. I will never, ever let you know that I make mistakes. Ever. You want to know why? Because there's a bunch of ways of doing things. And the way that I did it was just one way. And that's all that matters. No one got hurt, except for my time, because I usually only spend about an hour streaming. And this might be a little bit of a hiccup because I was getting it too. I was getting it. Let's see, I just need to take this. Just need to take this. Just give me a second. Don't want to cut the fabric. So I did not. Hold on. You said you know how to do it. I do. Absolutely. I appreciate that. You said now you do have, wait, what? Everyone is not perfect. No, I don't believe anybody's. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not perfection. Like I enjoy perfection. Like if anybody else would have been like, "Oh, I'm just going to leave it like that." But that is where perfection comes in, where I'm going to redo something because I know that there's a different way of doing it. And if I know that, then that means that I can do better. You feel me? Like I didn't just give up and be like, "Oh, I messed up and I give up and I'm terrible and blah blah and all this other extra stuff and pity party and blah blah blah." Just do better. Like the goal is to get what I said completed, and that's what I'm about to do. No matter what. No matter if it takes me another additional 10 minutes or something like that, but I'm satisfied by the fact that I am strong enough to continue rather than giving up and quitting. Because if you quit, I'm gonna tell you this, if you quit, you'll never know what it felt like to be a winner. I put that on everything. Yep. So just keep going. Yep. There's always tomorrow. There's always next week. There's always another time to show your greatness. To show your greatness. Show the world how great you are. And you ain't even got to tell them. When they see it, that's it. That's it. Yeah. So I'm just going to get this. I turned it inside out. Because like I said, sometimes this material is like, it's different. It's different. But yeah, that's what makes me who I say I am at the end of the day. That's it. That's all I can be is better. I'm going to try harder. Yep. That's it. I'm going to take some of these little strands out. I don't want to sew the strands that were wrong. I want to sew them into the fabric. So I'm just going to get rid of those real quick. And then we'll try it one more time because we do have two shoes to make. We're not making one shoe because no one No one needs one shoe. I don't care who you are. You're still always going to need two shoes. That's how this experience works. Unless you're a snake. Are you a snake? Wait, you said I gotta go to sleep. Bye. All right, 7 people left when I did that wrong. That was really. And now we're back to 0. Maybe I should restart the live stream again. Thanks, guys. But I was on a roll too. All right. So if I did it that way, I'm just gonna turn it inside out and then sew it back up there. So I thought I had it. It's this way. And now I'm sewing it. I said it's supposed to be on the inside, right? Yo, this is so confusing. It's so confusing. All right, let's try this one more time. I should have pinned it and then looked at it to see if it flipped correctly, and then I probably would have got it right. There was a commercial like that. They're so happy that they got something right. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Wait, is it gonna do it again? No. What? How's that still wrong? I just flipped it. How is that still wrong? Or what? Hold on. This is tripping. All right, let's turn it right side. Maybe I need to do it this way. Turn it right side and then sew it from the outside. I'm learning. I mean, I do make these, but not every day. So sometimes going back to like figuring out what it should look like. I think this is supposed to fit on the outside like this. Okay. I got it. Yeah. I should have just and then figured out if it's going to look right. It does. So the outside is the outside. Okay. And then we're just going to sew. See, I told you it was only going to take like 10 minutes. And then we got, whoops. And then we got our seam on the inside. Yeah. There we go. Splendid. Absolutely splendid. I really should put on some music. Does anybody want to listen to music? I guess it just depends on what kind of music you're listening to, huh? I guess. Bunches and bunches. Like I said, I usually use the pins to hold up all of the fabric, but sometimes the fabric bunches and it's harder for me to dictate if that bunching is real or if it's just the fabric tightening up or whatever. Because sometimes I can't tell. Sometimes I just can't tell at all. What's up, Dontrell? Oh, as soon as I looked at the chat, look who it is, the man. Yo, I swear, no, I'm not gonna goose you up like that, bro. I'm not gonna goose you up. I was about to say something crazy, bro. But I appreciate you joining, Dontrell. Because I hear conversations, right? And then I take the conversations into the real world, and it sounds like it's not me talking. It sounds like somebody else. And they're like, where did you get that from? And I'll be like, this guy on the internet. Seriously. I mean, like when greatness is out there, you gotta call it out. And trust me, I was like, yo, you gotta go check this guy out because he be saying it. And it really be meaning stuff. It just be meaning a bunch of stuff, man. It's like I learned from this avenue because YouTube, I was on YouTube for a while, and I'm like, who do I learn and what do I get? You know, it's like just the community of people, people, you may talk to for a second. Just the impact is crazy, man. That impact is so freaking wild. It really is. It's so wild. You said keep dripping, man. He said word. You said creative is high with this guy. I love that. Appreciate that. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, man, I'm making house shoes right now. I swear, every time you turn me on, I'm like always doing something. Or tune in, not turn me on. That sounds weird. But it's like every time like somebody's on my channel is like, bro, you're doing something different. And I mean it just be like that. Cause I realize, and I'm not even gonna lie, I realize like I don't like I won't make something and then somebody buys it. Somebody's always like, yo, can you make this for me? And that's my entire career has been like that. My entire career. I didn't understand that until I said something the other day. I wasn't mad at it, but I was like, why do people just keep requesting me to make stuff? And I didn't realize that's who I am. And that's what I'm good at, you know? I'm not mad at it. I was like, I just want to be like everybody else. People make awesome stuff, and then somebody buys it. But half of the time, somebody's like, yo, I like that, but can you make this type of stuff so I can have it? And I'd be like, all right, sure. Let me just get a deposit, from you, and then I'll make it. But this is where this stuff comes in at. Like people enjoy the fact that they can have something one of a kind, and you know, it feels out of this world to receive something from somebody, you know. You said always a new project? Yeah. I was gonna go outside today, but I didn't feel like it. I was gonna finish painting the door, but I didn't feel like it. So somebody requested two pair of these shoes, and I was like, oh no, we gotta go get that. Ain't nobody talk about the door outside today. I said, no, we gotta go get that real quick. That's what we're after at this point in time of my existence is just that. We gotta go get that request filled. So I have two pairs of shoes that I have to make. You said, ha ha ha. You said, I don't. These microphones just died like left and right. I was hoping that people can hear me. But I'm thinking that it keeps dying and people just keep leaving. That makes sense, right? They just keep dying and they keep leaving. You said going for lunch. Keep up the great art. Glad you're enjoying life. Let's go. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Deuces. You said audio just went out. Yeah, it's the microphones. Cut out when you said ha 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 ha. You said, "Oh my God, no audio for 4 minutes now." Oh my gosh. You said now it's back on. Last thing we heard was you said ha 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 ha. They keep dying and they keep leaving. Isn't that wild? Oh my gosh. Which one is this? Is this the one I just had? Or is this the one I just picked up? This is the one I just picked up. I mean, I'm gonna put this one right here just in case. Appreciate you, Don. Appreciate you, Dondrell. You said ha 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 ha. You said wild but true. Yeah. Yeah, it's telling me that it's dying too. It's probably gonna cut off again, but it's either my phone's gonna die or the microphone's gonna die. And that's what happened to the last live stream. The microphone died, and then YouTube. Check this out real quick before you leave, because I've never experienced this before. I'm sitting up here and I'm live streaming for the last one because I've already done two of these live streams today. It said it just closed me out. Like, you're about to finish the live stream, you press the button or whatever, and it goes to that screen where it shows you how many people, blah, blah, blah. And it went to that screen. I was like, what? After an hour, it just automatically closed me out. And I was like, whoa, I've never seen that before. And I was like, I wasn't sure if I said something specifically. And it was like, but I never had that happen before. But appreciate you joining us today. And hope the rest of your day is just as amazing as you are. And I'm gonna keep sharing your inspiration. I'm gonna keep sharing that with the world too, man. I appreciate you so much. I told my neighbor about you. That's what I was about. No, you're not charged already. I don't know how you think that you're charged already. Now the one on the floor said it's. How are all of the microphones? Hold on. This. I'm so confused. All right, whatever. Hold on. I don't know what's up with these microphones. I don't know if they plug in or they're not. Oh shoot! Just want to make sure. They're not charging though. Hold on. Why are they not charging? maybe. Just maybe. Flowy little fabric. What the heck? Now it's too much fabric on the inside. I got it right the first time. I probably should have just ended the stream then too. So that's correct there. Can I just... Maybe I need to put it on the outside. This is on the inside. Those two match up like that. And maybe this will do what it's supposed to do. Gotta make it do what it do, baby. Okay, so we have to grab the scissors and cut this thing completely off. Yeah, I think that's how it's supposed to go. I should have taken a picture too. That will last longer. I'm gonna take a picture of it. It's weird because now it looks like I've been working on the same shoe for 2 hours, but that's not true. I just finding all of the right things to... Wait, there's only 3. Wait, all of the... I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm getting tired. I'm getting exhausted from doing this. Now it becomes work. Now it becomes work. Now it is the work that I become. It's Friday. What am I doing, bro? Should be out playing, watching, because there's a fight in town. I should have gone to that too. But guess what we're not going to do? We're not going to go to the fight because I didn't buy any tickets in advance. So now we'll be sitting up all the way at the top watching ants fight. When I could have just spent $300 and got front row seats. Now I'm going to spend $400, $600 to get front row seats. And guess what? I mean, it sounds like a good idea, but it actually might be a good idea. Okay, so I did it right. So it's supposed to go on the outside. See, I got this. I got this. Shoot, somebody give me $200 right now. I'll probably just go to the daggone fight. What can I get for $200? What kind of seating can I get for $200? Yeah, I'm serious. I'm really thinking about, and at this point, if I don't start acting on it, I'm not going to get to where I say I want to get to, because I want to get paid for every single stream that I go on. Like, my skills is just nah, bro. My skills is way OP right now for me. And I'm not getting paid every time I get up here. No donations. That is bothering me. That bothers me right now. Yep. And I said in 2026, like I'm not hesitating with things that I say that I need and I want. Like, I made a whole album, and I don't know anybody else who I don't know anybody. I don't know. I mean, I know other people who make music and stuff like that. No, I don't. I don't know anybody else like me. And the fact that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Nah, man. I'm supposed to get paid. Supposed to get paid for all of this. If you don't get paid now, like, it's weird. Like, if you're not getting paid now, it's like, oh, you'll get paid in the future, and you know, you just got to be consistent and all those other good words and stuff like that. Consistency. And is that gonna catch? Hold on. I don't know. None of that stuff makes any. It doesn't make me a true believer any more or any less. It does not. Sorry, make me a true believer. And then it's like, oh, well, you gotta do it this way. I'm watching this dude. He go up there, he play a game, he get like, he's obviously got a command of, you know, his live streams and stuff like that. I gotta do something better. I didn't already change my name like 6 times on YouTube. I'm like, for what? No one cares about the name. Care about the content. What content are you making? This is on the edge too. What kind of content you make? You don't make tutorials. You just make videos of you doing stuff. Shame on me. Shame on me. Hell. I was already catching. Okay. This dude up here making whole ass shoes, bro. Like, for real. Like, that's really pissing me off now. Now that I think about it even more, like, I'm making whole shoes but not getting paid for it. Like, everything that I should do from here on out deserves a paycheck. Not because I'm money hungry, not because I'm like, well, money. No, because like I'm really doing stuff. And I don't want to have to edit a video just to showcase that I'm doing something. Tutorials are cool. I'm not really here to make tutorials for people. I'm actually just doing things because I know that if I do this, I know this is what my day is going to be like. Tutorials are cool. But yeah, like, I'm not fantasizing about people, you know, becoming greater because I made a tutorial. Nah, I don't think about it like that at all. All right, so we got to get the black. That's not it. We got to get the blacks. This is the one, I think, right here. And I'm going to put this up against circular one. This is the shoe that I made. If you didn't already see that in the beginning, this is the house shoe that I made. And I made it with cotton, fabric. And that's really it. There's not a lot of love in it because all of that is still in here. That's funny. That's so funny. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking because there's nobody else here. Yeah. Actually, I think if I make this out of the bottom, nobody's gonna care. I'll make this out of the bottom. I'm gonna make this out of the bottom. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, it fell again. Oh my gosh. Please don't fall. That's crazy, man. Table just trying to give way. That's all I want is the answer. Yep. I think it's really interesting because I got 2 new subscribers today. I really enjoy that part, but nah, man. I think I'm way past this point of subscribers that. Yep. I think that's what we're gonna have to do, man. I'm gonna have to put my feet down. Because just like I said, I've been grinding on this. Not saying my consistency couldn't get better, because I can be way more consistent with what I do. But sometimes I'm just like not in the mood to make stuff. Like, it has to be a part of um it has to be a part of the energy. My hair needs to be done too. It has to be a part of that energy that helps creation. Not everybody's using it, especially not. So we're gonna put this. I probably should just let that up there too. All right, so this little front part right here has to go. Where? How do I figure this out though? Hold on. Let's see. Because if I do it, because I'm cutting across. Okay, we'll just leave that up there, and then we'll come back, and then because I know this front part has to be. I have to redo the front part again. Thinking. Oh wait. Oh wait. Yeah, I'm getting exhausted. I can feel it. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. And I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord. Oh. Okay, so the inside has to be inside. And then we can sew. Okay. Because I remember this interior has to be the focus, because that's what we're sewing on. Not the outside. We're sewing on the inside. We're sewing on the inside, not the outside. Damn, that makes sense. Ooh, that might be a bar right there. We're only sewing on the inside, not the outside. Yeah. Okay, so Yep, and then I can sell. Then I can sell whatever. That's what I probably should have did when I saw what was happening in the beginning when I was making artwork, and then I started trying to figure out how to get more subscribers. I'm like, for what? Like, you're either gonna enjoy the content based on, I don't know, such a weird place to get to. Like I said, I'm gonna continue to make shoes. I'm gonna continue to make shoes forever. This is something that I was destined to be, and it's interesting because a lot of the people that, hold on, tell you this real quick. because I remember one day I had this idea of drawing with charcoal. And once again, I create based on my thoughts. So if I have a thought and the connection is made, I feel like I'm yelling. The connection is the connection is made with the thought. Like I'm drawing. Does that make sense? So I'm drawing. I'm drawing the thought that's in my head. And a lot of people are like, well, why doesn't it have faces? Like, what is it? Why is it? And I'm like, it's a thought. And a lot of people don't know a thought is just energy. It's potential energy to be something. And some people say, oh, they see faces and they see this and they see that and they see that. But that's not for everybody. Everybody don't see the same thing. How could I see something that you see? So a lot of times when I do draw things, it's misinterpreted as abstract or blah, blah, blah. Sometimes it is abstract because if there are no faces, but just wavelengths, then that's what that is. And a lot of people don't accept that because they want to see a face in it. They want to have like a calling of why does it look like that? And honestly, I can't answer all those questions, man. You're asking too many questions, bro. Let's see. I think this is round enough. I'm going to cut this. Yeah. Here you go. All right. So we're going to use, I think this is the back. Yeah, this is the back. Combine both of the back parts together. It's like right there. Oh Lord, yeah. This ain't gonna last forever. I promise. We're gonna have to do something totally different because it's like it's not it. If I'm not making, no, I don't want to. I don't want to continue this feeling of abnormality. Come on, get over here. I'm in my head right now. Yep, that's where we're located right now. It's inside my head. And I want more paint too. I'm gonna have to go get more paint. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, because I think people would be like, I don't think anybody's would be upset because I do have another channel and I have like 2,000 followers on there, and I just don't use the account no more. I think I got obsessed with doing one thing and then I didn't get any feedback from it. So I was like, well, why am I making content on this channel if I'm not getting what I say I want? And that was it. I was like, I'm gonna go do something else. I'm gonna go paint. I'm gonna go enjoy life this way. And I'm gonna bring people that want to enjoy, creativity this way or gaming this way. And I was like, you know what? That's what I'm gonna go do. And it's crazy because I had 2 accounts at the time, and I was trying to figure out, what felt right. And I was adding things and I was taking. I was taking all of those things into consideration that, it's your channel. Like you should be making what you want to make. But I was like, man, I just can't follow what everybody else does. And it's like, if their plan works, it works for them. Their consistency is the same. Everybody has to have the same consistency, because the people who are following, or wanting to watch, have to know when you're going to be available. And a lot of times I don't make people aware that I'm going to stream, because I just don't. And I'm sorry. I'm not sorry for, this might be off a little bit. I'm not sorry for having the brain that I do. Like, I don't think I'm a scatterbrain or anything, but often enough I find myself yeah, I just get attached to things that feel good, and I go with it for a little bit, and I just leave it alone. If I'm bored with it, and I'll pick it up when I feel like it's a good time to pick it up again. I think that's normalcy, because I'm an adventurer. Yep, that's what my life has been. I'm sorry, somebody gave me this name, and it absolutely meant adventure for me. So it didn't mean anything else to anybody else, but it meant something to me. So why is there so much here? Yep. This is what I have to offer. But it's weird, because I'm still trying to figure out, who the heck are my subscribers? Are they adults, or are they just kids? Who are you people? Who are you people? Hey, all you people. See, this is way more rounded. Like, let's see. So I'm making these edges. Okay. All right. So we're just gonna sew this line. I'm gonna sew it from back. Oh, well, at least it didn't feel as bad. Okay. Let's sew this from this line back here. You watching? Wait. You watching? You watching? Because I also encourage somebody else or other people to watch my, but I don't think they like my content either. I'm not mad at them, but I was hoping that they're gonna take the journey with me, but it's not their cup of tea. It's not what they be drinking every day. And I'm okay with that. Yep. Okay with that. Absolutely going to continue on this journey, either by myself or for myself. If others don't feel the same, it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, I think this is like one of those points where you start to realize, like, you can keep making changes in life, but what works best for you is always going to be for you. And I can never be mad at that at all. Never be mad at that type of decision. Nope. Then again, it's like a lot of times I don't bring up current events. I'm not really tuned into the world. And a lot of people want to because they want to hear things that make sense. Like, um, maybe I should talk about the things that I do enjoy. But then again, it's like, because I like sumo. I like sumo wrestling. I don't know why. I don't know why I just started being attracted to the fact that sumo wrestling is like such great energy. I wish I had that energy, that determination. And I like how they talk when they do their interviews and stuff like that. I think it's so meaningful that they stick to like a little script. You know what I'm saying? Sumo wrestling, because I'm watching the new season in May. And whole new avenue of people. Got some people from when I say sumo, Japanese, and they have a new group of people from Juryo, division. It's like junior division, and then you have like pro division, and I really do enjoy watching it. Like I don't think it's like every time somebody comes in the house, you know, if it's just a group of, you know, males or something like that, I'll just throw something on the TV and it'll be like sumo or boxing or something like that. Obviously, we're not about to sit up here and watch, you know, whatever else is on, but I'll do that because I think that intensity is what I enjoy as well. So I like sumo. I don't watch cat videos and stuff like that, even though people are like, yo, why do you keep painting cats and you don't own a cat? But I mean, I enjoy what I get to see. And let me see, what else do I watch? I like horror. Um, I like movies that have situations where people have to think of how to get out of it. That's what I enjoy, because like it's a life or death. Like that's what I'm supposed to be watching at that point. You know, if it comes down to horror, I'm not just watching people just, you know, get outed and stuff like that. I'm watching how they come up with, you know, the best way to survive and stuff like that. So I like watching, I like watching stuff like that. So sumo, horror, I like I think I like Japanese at that point. And so a lot of times it's like I'll watch movies based on Japanese you know, horror, because they have different ways of coming up with, you know, horror, rather than them just, you know, finding some guy who's crazy and he just decides that he wants to hurt people along the way and, you know, hey, figure this out because you know, catch me if you can type stuff, you know. I think it's cool, but I think that's like American, that we've come up with that idea like, oh, well, let's just come up with this guy who's hurting people and then somebody's going to figure out how to stop him. And it's like, I've heard enough of that. I'm old enough to know that people like that who watch stuff like that, something wrong with y'all. For real, for real. I've been in the United States long enough to know if y'all watch stuff like that, something wrong with y'all. For real, for real. For real, for real. So I have to, you know, I'm gonna pump my brakes on, because I'm not judging anybody, but you know, it's interesting because I gotta open this up again because I didn't. There it is. But let me see, what else do I like to watch? Um, I just started watching like $1 million homes and stuff like that. I think it's interesting because of the way that they decorate, the way that they use land to put whatever on it, and then the materials that they use are mostly. So when I say they put $1 million home together, they're using materials that are one of a kind. They're using materials that nobody else can get their hands on unless you got a bunch of money and somebody who knows how to ship it or turn it into something that's worth um, having in your home. Like, I don't have $1 million home, but I would one day like to have $1 million home. And I'm only saying that because it's a part of what you can get to. Like, I think my house is really big. I think this is the biggest house that I've ever. Yeah. But like, I want a family, so we could probably live in this, but why can't we do more? Why can't we have more? And shoot, if I go to like Bangkok or something like that, or the amount of money that I spent for this home, I can get 3 of these. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that makes any sense to me, because I'm like, once again, I'm watching these $1 million homes. I'm like, in these other countries, and I'm like, my money can go so much further. Anyway, so that's how I think about that when I watch these $1 million homes, because people spend a lot of money making them. But I'm like, I would never want to live in a house that freaking big, knowing that in the US, in this part of the world, we spend way more money getting items that nature spent years creating, and we just come in and be like, I'm gonna take that and we're gonna put that here, and everybody's gonna like it, even though it's only one of them forever now. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that I think is interesting. So we're finished with this shoe. So we're gonna put some cotton in here, because we're gonna make sure that when this person puts this shoe on, they're gonna feel greatness. And I mean, they gonna feel it. Oh yeah, they're gonna feel greatness when they first step in it. Because I made this other shoe. Oh, you're gone. Never mind. I was gonna show you the other shoe. We're almost done too. I'm almost out of here, bro. 2 hours. 2 hours and 30 minutes. I actually spent 3 hours today making 2 shoes. No, yeah, because I spent an hour on a first stream making 1 shoe, and I spent 2. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that one either. But I was messing around with my microphones for a little longer than I should have, but it is. Wait, no, it's Friday. The match is tomorrow. What am I talking about? I'm thinking it's all right. Whatever. I'm all over the place. No, the fight is tomorrow. So no, I can definitely come up with that. I could definitely. I don't know last minute, but I could definitely come up with that one tomorrow. We can put that on our list of things. That fight was it's like the city's fight. This city boy. Yeah. Anyway. All right, I'm just shoving all of this cotton into this shoe here. I don't even know what the heck I was saying before that. But yeah, like, that's the stuff that I guess I can't get in. I don't know. I'm just not in touch with the world like everybody else is. Everybody's so, oh, I gotta watch this TV show, and like, we're consumers. Like, that's all we do is consume, which I understand. But I'm like, man, there's got to be other stuff. Like, there's got to be other stuff we can look forward to every day, other than scrolling and listening to people complain and some dictator telling he gonna make this water great again and stuff. Like, bro, it was great before you came here. You can't change anything. If you think that's how it's gonna happen, you're wrong, because Mother Nature is always the dominant force. Man thinks that he came here and is gonna do this. Like, there was other entities here on this planet. So like, why do I have to be watching you do reckless stuff? And that's all for entertainment. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot going on in my brain right now. I'm hot. And I'm almost finished putting this cotton in this shoe, and then we're gonna get up out of here because I'm getting yeah, I'm getting this stuff done. I'm go find out what's going on next door. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. All right, this side is tops. Yeah, but we definitely gonna have to find a place where we belong. And this, I don't know. I just don't. My microphone's so long. I just don't feel like it. I keep trying to think that this is where I do, but I don't believe I belong. I did it only because it felt like a right time to do it, which was good, which is really good. But do I have to stay here? I don't. I think that I could move to a different country and feel so much better about the money that I spend, the people that I try to get to know, the relationships, the relationships that grow because I'm willing to grow. And I think I think that's how I've always been. I didn't feel like I was an outsider or anything, but the more that I talk and talk and talk to people, they're like, why do you think that you're here? Like, so then I have to rethink all of everything that I've ever done in my entire life and be like, I don't know. Honestly, I can't even tell you, other than the fact that I have kids. I do have little people that I'm supposed to be taking care of all the time, which is my responsibility. But when I say like I'm supposed to be here, I mean like this planet is huge. I mean, I could go anywhere and feel like I'm not an outsider, and even being looked at, for the color of my skin, or how I think and I operate, because that's all I get every day is like, oh, you're so different and blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm so sick of hearing that stuff. Like, it's okay to be different, but you don't fit in because ain't nobody else here. Ain't nobody else in my house. Don't nobody come visit. I ask people to come by, but you got to remember, if you live in and you doing things differently, you're gonna find it's gonna be hard to make friends with people because I don't want to be hanging out with weird people all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not me. I want to hang out with people that, you know, we can feel good about being along with each other, not because we're outsiders and stuff. Like, this ain't no movie. I mean, it is a movie, but that's not the movie that I want to be involved in. And I keep finding that it's just like that. I think there's enough. Wow. The end of this bag and the second shoe is finished. That's crazy. All right, I'm just gonna sew this up. Up, there's a little bit more cotton in there. We're gonna just jab that in there. And that's it. Those are all the shoes that I can make this week. I tried. I made I made 3 pair of shoes this week. Sorry I couldn't show you what the first ones look like. No, not the first. Was it the first ones? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. So just like I said, I'm leading on that where I'm gonna go and I'm gonna continue to figure out what this all means. Because just like I said, I don't feel like this anymore. I don't feel like the life that I am destined. I don't think it's here. And I think I'm gonna go wherever it says that I belong, and that's where I'm gonna be at for the rest of my existence. And that's how it's gonna be. Because just like I said, my money can go very far. I make enough money in my life. I made enough money in my life to go live any country and be in the places where, I say that I'm worth it. My time is worth it. And streaming, just like I said, streaming is just because I have this knack for creativity and I don't know what else to do with it. So I'm like, all right, well, put it online, take pictures. But honestly, I can't hold myself hostage thinking that that's the all and be all. I don't make no money from content. I make money from doing my best, but not from content. And I don't think at this point in time that I will ever. Nope, I don't think so. And I really think that Japan might be the place, Tokyo, Japan, somewhere out in those countries. I really feel like that's where my calling is because one, I think differently and people in the US don't feel the same. And I was like, well, why? It's because this nature in them, they can't see themselves doing anything else but what the people from last year did, you know? I don't think like that. I'm making house shoes. I'm making house shoes. And I want to go back to that before I lose the train of thought, but I'm going to sew up this. I'm going to tell you why. I'm making house shoes because I think people wearing shoes in the house is a little disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Presentation is everything. Oh, shoot. And it just came off too, just at the end of that. And so, the people that I've met, they don't have the same sense of thought like how I think. And so I'm so much further away from them every single time. It's like, I really am. And just like I said, I don't understand. And I'm not gonna continue to rack my brain believing that people are gonna change and I can fit in. And because somebody called me weird. No, not just because they decided that it was a way to describe somebody, but that's really what they think of me is I'm a weird person. I was like, I'm not wearing a mask or, I'm a very attractive man. And that's 100% is what I believe. Cause like 2 days ago, somebody told me that out loud. And I was like, I should have said thank you, but all I could think about was, okay, like, what do you like? How do I respond to that? I knew how I should respond, but I didn't. I was like, because somebody sees something greater in you. Not saying that I don't see it, but somebody sees something greater and they wish that they could own a piece of that. And whoever that person is, they will receive that in this lifetime. I will make sure that they all receive that. They got this really sharp edge right here. Okay, we're gonna glue that just to make sure that nobody. Yeah. So just like I said, I'm making shoes for people who have an idea of how their lifestyle should be. Not saying it's expensive, um, but they're portraying their existence as a little bit better because we're not wild animals. And for a very long time, we have not been wild animals. And even if we were wild animals, like we're at a degree where we shouldn't be wild animals, but we treat each other like wild animals. And I don't like that. I don't like the way that the world treats people, especially the United States. I just don't like it. I don't like none of that stuff. It just don't, like I said, I was called weird, and I can't get over stuff like that because that's them judging. Not accepting, that's them judging something they don't understand. And I miss one piece of this too. So, like I said, I'm gonna find myself where I belong, and I'm old enough to make those decisions in my life, and that's what I'm gonna do for, not for my happiness, because I'm already happy. Don't get that twisted. I'm already very happy in my life. But what I want to do is be where I'm happy. And I'm not finding that. Like I said, I don't have, oh my gosh, I'm about to say it. I'm not going to say that out loud. I don't know. Everybody has like a difference of how. Okay, I'm done. I'm done live streaming. Yep, I'm done live streaming. Yes, I am. Yeah, because I'm saying way too much stuff now. Way too outside of the box. So I'm going to put glue on this because I don't want the stitches to come out. If you're wearing my shoes and your stitches come out, you can always just bring them back and I will replace the shoes. But before we get there, I want to make sure we don't have no issues. And just like that, we gotta make sure you don't have issues. So I'm just gonna put glue on the edges just to make sure that the stitches don't separate. It's easy because the seam's kind of close. And if it rips, it's not my fault. It's because you were doing hood stuff. And you should stop doing hood rat stuff. Nope. Nope. So this is going to get sticky and then it's going to become glue. And it should bind the seam. It should. My throat's hurting. I've been talking for 12 hours straight. Ugh. That's another reason why I don't like streaming for long periods of time. I only stream for like an hour. Like me talking to myself, craziness. Absolutely bananas. I got 6 likes though. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool if I have to say so myself. Yeah. And just like I said, I want a different community of people. Everybody out for money. Everybody on their own little excursion trying to get money. And I'm like, I'm not here for money. I'm here to have a good time. That's really it. And if you only party on the weekend, you're not having a good time. Nope. And I'm way past that. I've been on this planet for a very long time and I'm way past that idea. I'm so past it. Yep, I party whatever day of the week I feel like. You want to know why? Because I made it. Yep. No complaints. No, sir. No complaints over here. Just good days for the rest of my life. Yep. All right. So we're going to unfurl this. I'll show you what the shoe looks like. Try not to get as much of the glue onto the actual surface because it's still wet. Yep. This is what I did today. I did my best. And my best, I recorded it. And that's what I like to do. I think I'm going to go back in the future and I'm going to really enjoy watching the person that I am right now the setup for my future. Yep. And like I thank myself for doing days and doing things like this because I made the time. Yeah. Alone by myself for myself. Let's go. Okay. I'll put this inside. Inside. I know what I'm doing, bro. I love this. I like it's so crazy to think that I just did all of this on purpose. Like, so crazy, man. Looks like a watermelon. I think these are gonna be watermelon shoes. I think that's what they're gonna call these. Watermelon house shoes. Let's go. Have the. Yep. There we go. So I made another shoe. I made it just for you. Yep. I made two of them, but this one goes in a different direction. I realized that you can see it goes in this direction. And this one goes in the other direction. It goes this way. But I did make two house shoes, and that's all that matters. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you want to learn something, just, just go back on my my past live streams and take a look at what's possible because I made it. Yep. I'm full of rain. I'm Perky's Pocket and a bunch of other names. And the one I answer to is great. So, yep. Until next time. And if you want to buy something, just message me too, and I'll send you a link and I'll send you your items too. Yep. But until next time, damn, these are good. I'll see you in the next one, y'all. Let's go. Let's go.